Hi, I'm Rebecca and welcome to my podcast, Smashing Through with Rebecca.x. I am so excited you're here on this episode. Topics include life, business, mindset, full of kick-ass content and high energy. Enjoy the podcast and remember, you too can smash through and keep going always. Start before you're ready. It says everything in the title. Start before you're ready. You don't need to know every single step of how you're going to do literally everything. You just need to start. It's just about, the singers who start off. They haven't got an album straight out the gate. They've got one song. Then they've got another one. Then they've got another one. And then they build it up to the point that they then have the album and then release it all together. You know what I mean? So a lot of people, what they do, they go off for a year, don't they? You don't hear off them for really a year while they're writing their album. They don't do it all in one go. They start before they're ready. They're going, right, okay, what do we do? It's the same as authors as well. What they do is they may have a template of the framework and blueprint of the story, middle, end, beginning, all of this, but then it all comes together as they start to write. It all comes together and collates together all into one massive epic novel or book or whatever it is what they're writing. So the thing is that you've got to start before you're ready. And there's so many things that I've observed over 22 years of people who won't launch the website because it's not perfected or there's something or this, that and the other. I'm just like, just launch it. Just press the button, press publish and let's go. It isn't all about knowing every single step of how you're going to do something and what the definite revenue is and this, that and the other. It's about just believing in yourself, creating something and just going for it and putting it out there. And then really going all in with the promotion, with the advertising, with the marketing, with the sharing, whatever it is. Okay, so it's a bit like, learning to play the violin or the clarinet or the recorder or the flute. It isn't about knowing a great big massive symphony and every single note of this symphony before you start. You've got to start by holding the musical instrument in the correct position and then getting one note and seeing if you can get that note done, and then remembering what that note is and where your fingers need to be or where the bow needs to be, anything like that. Or if you're playing the piano, it's about starting before you're ready. Start small and work up and stack up your knowledge, your skills, your expertise, your wisdom, and then going on from there. Okay, there's an amazing, incredible lady who plays the massive organ, okay, down in London. She's phenomenal. I think it's the Royal Albert Hall. She is literally phenomenal. I hope I've said the right place, but it's honestly amazing, and she started before she was ready. She started with one note, okay, one note, and she started probably when she was little and then took it all the way through to actually where she is right now as an adult, playing in that great big massive amazing place. But she, honestly, I've seen her on TikTok, she's absolutely fantastic. And the thing is that you are holding yourself back if you are waiting for perfection, if you're waiting for everything to be the right environment, the right circumstances, the right this, the right that. Just do it. Just honestly, just go for it, because you need to be real and raw. You need to be just yourself, and you need to just put yourself out there, whether it's a program, service, product, whatever it is. Just put it out there, because you never know. It's the same as, J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter. She started writing and she got so many knockbacks until she got the actual, company to publish it. And she just started before she was ready. She just started writing, and then she wrote book 2, book 3, book 4, and went on from there. And the same with loads of other writers, and Divergent series, Hunger Games series, Twilight series, all of them. It is all about not knowing all of the steps, not knowing how everything is going to work out and how everything's going to work out and all of this. Sometimes it's just going with your gut. Now, your gut is your inner compass, and it's all about being bold, leaping, going for it, putting yourself out there and taking a chance on you. Bet on you 100%. And even more so on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, just go for it, because you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And if you don't achieve what you want, okay, what lessons can be learned? And is it part of your journey? Is it just that you're meant to have gone to that place to meet those people, to learn whatever it is, but you're meant to be going down a different path? And that's okay as well. All right. So the thing is that you've got to start before you're ready. I remember launching one of my websites. So I started building websites in 2007 with my kids' clothing company, and I just put it out there, and then I tweaked and edited and got better as I went along. Now, back in those days, you had to learn a little bit of HTML. Now it's just drag and drop on a lot of websites. And so, you know, you need to know that you don't need all the steps in order to just start. You know, it is about putting one foot in front of the other, learning as you go along, and then really knowing that you can fulfill and pursue whatever it is. But you need the confidence, you need the determination, you need the focus, and you need the drive. And all four combined ultimately is wrapped up in a big red bow. You know what I'm going to say? Mindset. Mindset is everything. Paramount, it's like breathing, everything. The whole thing is mindset. Because if you don't believe in yourself, it doesn't matter what anyone says to you. Okay? And the people who are negative towards you just fuel you even more that you're not good enough and you'll never do it and this, that and the other. And you also don't want to compare yourself to anybody else. Okay? You don't need to compare yourself to someone down the road or someone in Hollywood or someone, you know, who's an influencer or wherever. They haven't got your unique talent. They're not you. You are you. You know what I mean? And so you've got your innate abilities, your skills, talent, knowledge, expertise, wisdom, everything. You've got everything together. Plus, it's also the delivery, it's your energy, it's the frequency, it's the, you know, everything that is you, that someone can't package up and sell themselves or whatever, because it's not you. You're unique, you're remarkable, you're amazing. So be the exception. Get your stuff out there. Don't hold back. If you want to launch podcasts, go and do it. If you want to write a song, go and do it. If you want to be a photographer, go and do it. Whatever it is you want to do. And always stay focused on knowing that you are phenomenal, you are amazing, and you are incredible. Never compare yourself to anyone else. That is like a clothing designer having dreams and a big, massive ambition to have their designs on a runway and comparing themselves to a designer that's been around for decades and decades and decades. If you compare, you're never going to get your stuff out there. You are never going to get your stuff out there if you are comparing yourself to one of those big designers who's been around since the 60s, 70s, 80s, because they're a brand name. Everyone knows who they are. But we need fresh, new, amazing, incredible designers to bring their stuff to the fold, to bring their stuff to the forefront. So start before you're ready. You don't need to have the runway before you start designing clothes on paper. So get your pencil out, start designing clothes, get the colouring pencils out if colour is your thing too. And then what's the next step after that? What's the next step after that? Now, if you are a big picture person, okay, you can have the big picture there, but then what you do for goal setting is you break it all down. So it's like, right, well, I've got a 5-year goal. Fantastic. What's the 5-year goal? Right, it's this. Okay, let's break it down. So what's the step you need to do before the 5-year point? So what's in years 4 to 5? What do you need to do there? Then what's in the year 3 to 4? 2 to 3, 1 to 2, and then 0 to 1, and then break it down even more. What do you need to do this month in order to move the needle a little bit to then step forward? And it's all the steps in between. And can I just tell you, it isn't the end game. Focus on the end game, yeah, do not shift it. The journey and path is what's important. And it always reminds me of a Miley Cyrus song called The Climb. It's a phenomenal song. Listen to the words, okay? It's the climb, it's the journey, it's the path that molds you and your soul all the way to getting what you want. Because then when you get what you want something else, and that's okay as well. However, it's the journey. It's the person you become the version of you become along the path and journey, that's important. Okay. So I'm sending you lots and lots and lots of encouragement, positivity. Go to RebeccaAdamsBiz.com and I'll see you on the next one.